Yes, students, welcome. Let us continue with the skill development of letter writing. As we have already discussed about the formal letters in our previous lecture, today we are going to learn about the format of informal letters. So, in case of informal letters, also we need to write the self address, and that should be without name. As you know, informal letters are addressed or written to our near and dear ones, our family members, our acquaintances, our close relatives. So, in that case, you need not write your name on the top. You will just write your self address, that is house number, colony, and the place you belong to. That is name of the city. Thereafter, you will leave one line blank. After leaving one line blank, we will write the date, and the format of date is this in the ordinal forms, that is 28th May 2020. Then again leave one line blank, and you will not write the receiver's address. Directly we will write the salutation. Okay, there is no subject, and no receiver's address. Mind it, no receiver's address. This is the change which is seen in informal letters and different from formal letters. So here you will write self address, date, and then salutation. If you are writing to your parents, you can write my dear father, my dear mother, my dear sister, brother, any other relation. And if you are writing to your friend, you can directly say my dear Rahul, my dear friend, my dear Sachin, whatever name, you can directly write his or her name here. Thereafter, straightway, after leaving one line blank, you will write the content or the main body of the letter. For example, if you have come to know about the selection of your friend in the UPSC exam, then you can say, dear Rahul, yesterday I came to know about your selection in the UPSC exam. It was a great moment for me. I have been waiting for this good news for many days, and finally it reached me with a huge delight. I was almost sure about your success, but yes, a result is awaited, and this is the final step and the a milestone you have achieved. Okay, this is a great success, and I am sure all of your family members are you must be quite happy. So like that, you can continue with all your expressions and your thoughts you can express in the main body of the letter. Here also you need to follow the pattern, that is minimum 3 paragraphs should be there. First introductory paragraph 2 to 4 lines, second main paragraph that is 6 to 8 lines, and final concluding lines that may contain 2 to 3 sentences, or you can say 2 to 3 lines. Thereafter we need to write the subscription, that is complimentary ending of the letter, and this should end with regards. You can write this with regards, with best regards, or may God bless. Means if you are writing to your younger ones, and if you are writing as parents to your offsprings, your children, you can say may God bless, like that. And if you are writing to your elders, with regards, with best regards, like that. Yours affectionately. If you are writing as a parents, you can write to your son or daughter yours affectionately. If your son or daughter is writing to you, they can write yours lovingly. And if you are writing to your friend, then you can write yours sincerely, and at last you will put your name. That is the format of informal letters. I think you have got it. Later we will have an example of this format, and we will be able to understand it in a better way. Today we are going to deal with one example of official letters. Official letters. As I told you, official letters are written to certain officials, certain authorities which are having some portfolio, and we are expressing our grievances to them. We can write the letter of thanks also to them, but we can, most of the times grievances are written or grievances are endorsed in the letters which are written in the, or which are sent to the official authorities. For example, there is a problem of railway crossing, many accidents have taken place. If there is the condition of the road is very bad in your locality, you can write to the PWD department. If the health facility of your hospital is not in a good condition, you can write to the health authority, that is main, you can say senior medical officer or the health officials. You can also write to the health ministry. Thereafter, if there is some law and order situation, you can write to the police officials or superintendent of police. If there is water problem in your locality, you can write to the water body authorities. So there are various issues which we may face in our day-to-day life, and in order to improve the conditions, in order to get rid of those problems, in order to rectify the issues, we need to bring those issues to the competent or relevant authorities so that they can take some action on time and we can feel relieved from those problems. For these reasons, we need to write the official letters. So this is an example. In the exam, you will find this kind of statement. You are Rahul oblique Rima, a resident of 45A Indira Vihar, Lucknow. Write a letter to the city health officer complaining about the insanitary condition in your locality. So your locality, this is your locality Indira Vihar, and this is very filthy, it is full of dirt, and the hygieness is not at all maintained. So in order to get it cleaned, in order to maintain its sanitation, you need to write a letter to the competent authority or the relevant authority, that is city health officer. So you are writing the letter as Rahul or Rima, and you are the resident of that colony. This letter will be carrying 6 marks. So I have just given you a hint here. Let us proceed. At first you will write the self address. You will not write your name. Self address only, that is 45A Indira Vihar, Lucknow. So no punctuation mark is required here, no full stop, comma, nothing is required here. Okay, and we will always write in the left margin. Thereafter, one line blank, and you will write date, that particular date on which you are writing the letters. For example, today we are writing, so 28th May 2020. This is the format. यहाँ पे आप date word नहीं लिखेंगे, mind it. Thereafter, again leave one line blank, and you will write the portfolio of the authority. You will not write his name. ये नहीं कि हेल्थ ऑफिसर को मुझे लेटर लिखना तो उसका नाम मुझे जानना पहले. नो, यू नीड नॉट राइट द नेम ऑफ दैट person. You write his portfolio, the post he is holding, the health officer, or the health officer, obviously it belongs to your city. So the health officer, Lucknow. The address of the sender and the receiver should be limited with up to 3 lines, maximum 3 lines. Okay, if it is occupied in 2 lines, if it can be accommodated in 2 lines, it is well and good. Otherwise, it should not go beyond 3 lines. You must keep in your mind. Thereafter, one line blank, and you write the subject. Subject should be from 3 to 8 words only, that is word limitation, and the first letter of each word should be capital. So exactly we have followed the format. Insanitary conditions in the Indira Vihar locality or colony. So these many words are sufficient, and these are catchy enough. The health officer at a single glance can come to know about the poor health conditions of the place, that is Indira Vihar. Nothing else is required to be written here. Thereafter, one line blank, and you will write the salutation. So in case of official letters, sir oblique madam is sufficient. Here you are writing, sir, I am a resident of Indira Vihar, and on behalf of the residents of the colony, I would like to bring to your notice the insanitary conditions prevailing in our locality. This is the introductory paragraph of your letter's main body, right? Nothing else is required here. इस सेंटेंस को आप थोड़ा मोल्ड और भी कर सकते हैं, मीन्स दूसरी तरह से कैसे लिखते हैं, ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ, या यू कैन से आई कोमा Rahul, on behalf of the residents of Indira Vihar colony, would like to bring to your notice the filthy or the insanitary conditions prevailing in our locality. Right? You can mention this sentence in other way also, but it should be grammatically correct. Then, as I told you during the format discussion, you will leave one line blank between the paragraphs, two paragraphs, and your next paragraph should begin from the left margin only. You will not leave here one word blank or like that. Earlier we used to follow this pattern, but nowadays it has been abolished. So once a post colony means you are highlighting that earlier ये एक post colony होती थी जिसकी आज हम आपसे कंप्लेन कर रहे हैं. सो ये अपने आप में एक पिंचिंग इश्यू हो जाता है, ये हाईलाइट होता है इससे. वंस ए पोस्ट कॉलोनी नाउ हैज़ बीन टर्न्ड इनटू ए गार्बेज डंप यार्ड. ओके, नाउ हैज़ बीन टर्न्ड इनटू ए गार्बेज डंप यार्ड. वी कैन कॉल इट ए स्टोर हाउस ऑफ डर्ट एंड गार्बेज. डियर स्टूडेंट्स, द लैंग्वेज ऑफ योर लेटर शुड बी वेरी सिंपल एंड प्लेन. डोंट ट्राई टू राइट द difficult words. Okay, don't try to write include the difficult vocabulary. It carries no meaning. Okay, the means of letter writing is to bring our issues to the notice of the concerned authority. That's it. We are not trying to show our skill of language. So never use the difficult words or the words which may be beyond the comprehension of the person you are writing to. So this is very simple. We can call it a storehouse of a dirt and garbage. From all sides it is surrounded by heaps of rubbish and filth. You won't find even a single word which is beyond your understanding. Drainage systems is in dilapidated condition. Drainage system is in dilapidated condition. Dilapidated means very poor condition, almost damaged condition, and overflow with foul smelling water. So drainage system है वो बहुत खराब कंडीशन में है और ओवरफ्लो रहता है और फाउल स्मेलिंग वाटर जो गंदा पानी है उसकी बदबू से. Even sewers can be seen overflowing and emitting foul smell. So सीवरेज सिस्टम है उसमें भी फाउल स्मेल आती है और वो भी चौक ऑलमोस्ट. The lack of dustbins causes people throw garbage on the roads. So the number of dustbins are also limited. They are not in sufficient numbers, right? Had it been so, people would have thrown the garbage in their dustbins. But the absence of dustbins is also a big reason which causes people to throw the garbage on the roads in the open place. Even educated people are showing careless attitude and are least bothered about the sanitation of the colony. So now you can imagine that even the educated youth, educated people are not taking any paying any attention, taking any care of the sanitation of the colony. So what can you expect from a layman? This is a grave concern, you can say. Nowadays, you know, our Prime Minister is also paying a lot of attention to the sanitation. He himself holds the broomstick and employs himself in the sanitation work sometimes. Even the condition of roads is worst. So you have highlighted the problem of your roads also. Condition of the roads is worst. During rainy season, waterlogging takes place frequently, which poses a big threat to the commuters. Commuters means person who are using these roads, and chances of accidents loom over their heads round the clock, right? So this is also a big problem of this. Now why we have mentioned this road? ए रोड की कंडीशन तो हम अलग से भी इसको कंप्लेंट में डाल सकते थे, अलग से लेटर में, बट द कंडीशन ऑफ रोड्स इज वर्स्ट because of that there are ditches, the roads are digged up, and during rainy season the water gets locked in, which also emits the foul smell and invites the accidents, you can say. Also, water accumulated in the ditches causes mosquito breeding and waterborne diseases. Okay, so this is the point of concern here कि हमने रोड की चर्चा यहाँ पे क्यों की है, क्योंकि इससे जो है गड्ढे हो गए हैं और उसमें मॉस्किटो ब्रीडिंग होती है एंड देयर आफ्टर वाटर बोर्न डिजीजेस वहाँ से पनपते हैं. एवरी टाइम देर इज ए डेंजर ऑफ ब्रेकिंग आउट ऑफ इन्फेक्शियस डिजीज. ओके, इन्फेक्शियस डिजीज, एज यू नो, इफ वाटर लॉगिंग टेक्स प्लेस आफ्टर सम टाइम it deteriorates and causes infectious diseases in that locality. Then again one line blank, and we are going to write in this we have written 4 paragraphs, otherwise you could have concluded in 3 paragraphs also. We have brought this problem in the notice of the concerned authority again and again, but yielded no result. This is important line you need to mention, because then only you can expect a prompt action, remedial action from the authority you are writing to. Otherwise he will also throw it in the dustbin, you can say. Your letter will keep on biting the dust in his office and no action will be taken by him also. So it is mandatory to highlight the frequency of the issue raised before these persons. Not even a single step has been taken in this context. Okay, कोई भी अभी तक इसमें एक्शन नहीं लिया गया. Sweepers are hardly seen on their dirty duty, which leads to pile up of garbage day after day. Now you are requested, this is the concluding paragraph, you are requested to visit the locality at the earliest and take some remedial action to improve the sanitary conditions. We would be highly obliged if you could take early action in this matter before the rainy season sets in, because as the rainy season sets in, this condition will deteriorate to a great extent, and that time it will not be feasible to repair the roads which are in bad condition, and even cleaning of the drainage system, sewage system, because everything will be blocked. It will full of filth and water again, and it will be very difficult to clean them during the rainy season. So it is better to clean them before the rainy season sets in. Thereafter you will write the subscription thanking you. No paragraph, no comma, no full stop, nothing here required. No punctuation marks are required. Thanking you, yours faithfully, Rohit / Rima. Whichever, if you are a girl, you can write yourself as Rima. If you are a boy, you can write yourself as Rohit. Okay. So this is your letter about the sanitation problem, and I hope you have got enough material from it. Simple wording has been used, and you can write it in 2 pages, but we must limit ourselves to the content also, that is required lines and required content is to be included. Don't write too lengthy and don't write too small also. Now we are going to discuss one more letter, that is about the railway crossing. Write a letter to the railway authorities bringing to their attention the danger posed by unmanned railway crossing, citing the example of recent tragic accidents. Dear students, as you know that these unmanned railway crossings, before this time, or you can say some months ago, it was a major problem at most of the places, and it invited many accidents. Many people have lost their lives on the railway crossings. Unmanned railway crossing means where nobody is there to check the vehicles, crossing the vehicles when the train is passing through. But nowadays, as you know, that underpasses have been constructed, and the railway crossing are free from any kind of crossing of vehicles or men. Still, so here you will write, you will find yourself, you are Rohit Obli Rima from so and so place. Write a letter to the railway authority of your locality, bringing to their attention the danger posed by unmanned railway crossing, citing the example of recent tragic accidents. So in that, in this letter, you can give the examples of the major accidents which have taken place there and which have caused the life of people. You can say which have caused, which have taken the life of many people crossing that place. So let us go ahead, and you will find all these names in your statement. So 10 Govindpuri Hapur. Since this is an official letter, you will write the sender's address. You will not write your name here. Then one line blank, date. It is written in earlier date. So we will write here 28th May 2020, like that. Then you are writing to general manager, Northern Railway, the general manager, Northern Railway, Delhi. So these all things you will find in your statement. After that, subject, unmanned railway crossings, unmanned railway crossings. Thereafter, salutation, sir, I draw your kind attention to the accidents taking place because of unmanned railway crossings all over the country. You are not writing only about your crossing, which have caused many lives, many deaths, but here you are citing all the railway crossings. It is good. There are then one line blank, and you will write the next paragraph. There are numberless unmanned railway crossings in the country, but some of them are prone to serious accidents. Prone means close to serious accidents. You must have read about the recent two tragic accidents involving a truck and a Maruti Gypsy, which in a span of within a span of 1 month, means एक महीने के अंदर अंदर दो एक्सीडेंट हुए हैं. No doubt, in both the cases, the drivers of these vehicles were responsible. Yet the railway authorities cannot absolve themselves from their responsibility. They cannot protect themselves that they are not responsible for this. On 1st April, a truck collided with Sangam Express at Hapurgarh Road railway crossing. So you can mention any name here, any crossing name. It is not required that this should be only there. It was 7 p.m. and driver should have been well aware of the speeding of the train. He took the risk of speeding past the train. Unfortunately, the truck banged into the railway engine and was reduced to splinters in no time. Splinters means छोटे छोटे टुकड़ों में वो बदल गया. Both the truck driver and the conductor lost their lives. Their bodies were mutilated beyond recognition. Mutilated means badly damaged, which is not able to be recognized. जिसको पहचान नहीं सकते आप. Okay, so you can write these letters in simple wordings, and you can mention all these problems. That is, the vehicle got dashed, the drivers and conductors were thrown away at such a distance, they were lifeless when people reached them, and you can say by the time they were taken to hospital, their doctors declared them dead. Like that, you can write in your own words. In a similar accident on 25th April, there was a collision involving Maruti Gypsy. This time the car struck against Nauchandi Express, killing its driver. It was about 8 p.m. and the lights must be blazing. Obviously, the driver was aware of the approaching train. He committed the similar folly of thinking that he would speed ahead of the coming train. What happens generally? That you can see a train is coming, still you are trying to speed up. You are in a hasty situation that yes, before the train arrives, you will pass on. That is wrong, and that is, you can say, a quick decision you need to take at that time. With patience you need to walk. So this Maruti was thrown up in the air and fell with a loud bang. So this is a normal description about the vehicle. What happened after the accident, you can write in your own words. The driver was crushed to death in an instant, means he was also dead on the spot. Such accidents are very common. When contacted, the station master told the reporter that the responsibility for constructing motorable roads lied with the public works department. सो कंस्ट्रक्शन, ये मीन्स ये मोटरेबल रोड्स का जो काम है ये पब्लिक वर्क्स डिपार्टमेंट के पास है, ये अपना ये पल्ला झाड़ लेते हैं. ओके, द स्टेशन मास्टर दे कीप ऑन पासिंग द बक ऑन द अदर टेबल्स, मीन्स दे डोंट blame themselves, they don't find themselves responsible for these accidents, they are always try to skip from these responsibilities, they always try. Okay, they should have consulted the railway authorities before making roads that cross the railway lines. Now this generally happens, the authorities pass this type of blames to others. This station master has passed the blame to the public works department, which is responsible for constructing the roads. This didn't appear to be convincing answer. However, unmanned crossings are hazardous even for pedestrians. There are around 25,000 in number. The government must take concrete steps to help check the avoidable loss of life and material. Means these are the deaths which are caused due to our negligence, due to our failure of the system, and these losses can be avoided. These are avoidable loss. Okay, if we take some proper action, this loss can be avoided. Thereafter, subscription. Thanking you, yours faithfully, or Ashish Mehra, or whatever name is given there, you can write. If no name is given, you can write your own name. If no place is given, you can write your own place, your own name of the colony. And even the general manager of the railway can also be addressed to any place, that is, for example, you belong to Gurugram, then you can write so and so colony Gurugram, and the general manager Northern Railway. In that case, because they are the zones, the railway is divided in zones, and you need to write to the zonal officer, that is the competent authority, who can pay heed to your problem, right? So dear students, I hope you have got an idea about how to write an official letter, how to write the address, how to write the date, how to write the address of the receiver, then subject should be written with at least first letter capital. Otherwise, you have seen here that we can write all letters in capital also. There is no harm in writing the subject in capital letters, but since many students forget it, so it is necessary, or you can say mandatory, to write at least first letter capital. Don't try to write the full story in the subject. Subject should be precise one, brief one. It should contain maximum 3 to 8 words. That is all required. Thereafter, salutation, and you can start your content. First, there should be introductory paragraph, which should contain at least 2 or 3 sentences or 2 or 3 lines, you can say. Thereafter, main body, where you need to describe everything what happened, means you are trying to describe about or trying to mention about the accidents which have taken place, which have claimed so many lives, and had the authority taken some action on time, these many lives would have been saved. Okay, though the problem lies from both sides, that is the vehicle drivers as well as the railway, both are responsible for this. But when we approach these authorities, they keep on passing the buck on the other table, means they keep on passing the responsibility on the others. They don't they want to keep themselves in safe zone. Okay, if they find themselves responsible, and that if they take the responsibility, of course these problems could be solved within no time. Okay, within no time these problems can be solved. But the problem is with the system. People don't find themselves, don't want to take any responsibility. That's why these problems occur, and the common man becomes the biggest victim of these problems. He has to lose his life. So this is a very important letter, as almost all of us have witnessed these accidents at some point of time in our life, and these are very fatal incidents. When somebody comes in contact with a moving train, you can imagine what happens. Okay, so this was about the official letters. Tomorrow we will discuss about the next letter, that is about business letter. Thank you, dear students.